Bonjour tout le monde. Bon, bah c'est parti pour donc la suite de Season's Greeting. Et puis normalement, je devrais arriver à la fin du jeu. Ah oui, j'en étais à une nouvelle journée.
What a gloriously fine Friday it is out there, y'all. Want to hear a PO positive? PO positive or pet peeves?
A belated Christmas gift? Maybe.
On est le 27. Pêche sur glace avec Robert.
Hi, Beth. Got a delivery for you. Where do you want it?
Oh, dear, Thomas. I almost didn't see you come in there. I was lost in thought, I suppose. Please just put it on the counter, if you will. Thank you. And thank you again for a lovely Christmas dinner. I had a marvelous time with you all.
We loved having you over, Beth, as always. Emily and I had a great time. But about that news of yours.
I was afraid it would perhaps put a dampener on the evening, but I was happy we could celebrate together nonetheless.
It was a bit unexpected, but I can understand why the grass is greener in the south for you right now.
My reason for leaving is wonderful, for sure. I can only count myself fortunate, and I wouldn't miss a thing now that the little one is on the way. Oh, but I will miss you two. As Helen Keller once wrote, so long as the memory of certain beloved friends lives in my heart, I shall say that life is good.
You're like a walking library, Beth. Always a fitting quote.
So, haven't you ever thought of moving closer to Meredith over all these years? She is living quite a ways away, right?
Thought about it? Yes. Your news has put things into perspective, I suppose. But leaving here would sure be a big step. Maybe too big, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Meredith will even make it out here one day. And there's always the phone, of course.
And don't forget the postal service.
Quite right you are.
Well, I won't keep you any longer, Thomas. I need to sort through this new delivery you've just brought in. And believe you me, that's going to take me a while.
I understand. It's best to take your time with things like that.
Exactly. Whether one likes it or not. Until next time, my friend.
Up and at 'em. See you, Beth.
The big day, I could barely sleep. House was so quiet.
Okay, let's get this to its destination.
The day that lives in infamy. Swear I'm not a liar. My daddy lit the Christmas tree on fire.
Neither snow nor rain, nor heat nor gloom of night.
I wouldn't say that my dad drank much more than most. This time of year, he tends to double his dose. I'm not saying it's wrong, and I'm not saying it's right. The Yule log ain't the only thing burning that night. Well, it's a funny story. At least it is to me. But for others, especially my mother, the day that lives in infamy. Swear I'm not a
Ah,
liar.
j'ai trop reculé.
Daddy lit the Christmas tree on fire. Now that I'm older and I've settled down, it's late December, there's no tree to be found. Does it help? Married a Jew. Now she wants a Christmas tree. What am I to do? Well, I told the baby I didn't think
Non,
this
c'est pas
would
celle-là.
matter. Besides those damn trees, they're a real fire hazard.
Another satisfied customer. Unless it's Bill's.
Something called PTCTFSD.
That's post-traumatic Christmas tree fire stress disorder. It's a real thing. You can look it up.
It's a funny story. At least it is to me. But for others, especially my mother, day that lives in infamy. Swear I'm not a liar. Daddy lit the Christmas tree on fire. Oh, I swear I'm not a liar. Daddy lit the Christmas tree on fire.
There we go.
Every time you need me, I'm telling you I'm here to stay. Looking at your castle, I'm pretty sure you're safe, but still afraid.
Oui, bah gauche ou droite, ça fait pas vraiment une grande différence. Quoique, je suis pas obligée de faire tout le tour. Hein. En soi, je peux aller à gauche, là,
Walking in your
et
garden,
repartir à droite.
knowing what you're dreaming of. Past the copper statues of everyone you ever loved. Lower down the bridge and left me blue. Never get to know me from within. Will you?
Ah, je me suis trompée de côté.
You've been fighting demons. Promise I won't break the spell. You don't need that armor, even though you wear it well. Lower down the bridge
Part and parcel. Another day, another dollar. I'm starting to sound like Frank.
Oui.
Open up the window. I'm breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky is like a giant ember. Everything is turning into gold. When the autumn leaves are playing chases, puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low.
Il doit y avoir un autre chemin.
Since I was a little child,
A belated Christmas gift? Maybe.
all the leaves were all
Okay, so we still need to check Spanner Dam for the mood shots. According to this, it offers damn fine views. So,
Hey, Mr. Mailman. Come on over. Talk to us for a sec.
Gabe, we don't have time for idle chit-chat.
He can help us out, Ilsa. No one knows the town like a mailman. Right, Mr. Weiss?
Hey, Mr. Serrano, Miss Richter.
Please, call us Gabe and Ilsa.
He can call you Gabe and Ilsa. I prefer Miss Segment Producer Extraordinaire.
And you can call me PO's premier parcel provider. Thomas for short.
Anyway, we're scouting out this beautiful town of yours for our report on small town America. It's great, but we could use the inside track. So, any secret spots we're bound to miss, but shouldn't?
Well... the watchtower up at Eagle Peak. You can take in the view among the treetops.
But make sure you watch out for those creaky steps.
Oh, hey, Maureen.
Now, here's your coffee, folks. Sorry for the delay. Faucet's been acting up again, which should have been fixed yesterday.
Oh, you want me to check on it, Miss Hennessy?
Oh, now look at you. My knight in woolen armor. Would you, dear?
I can take a look.
Well, isn't that nice of you? Back of the kitchen, honey. Ashley, someone who does know what he's doing is coming in. Show him where the busted faucet is. And stay out of his way. Ashley's a sweetheart, but when it comes to fixing things, that boy is all thumbs.
See, this is what the segment should be. Interacting with the townsfolk, helping out. I love it.
Such a nice fellow.
Yeah, you're in good hands, Maureen. Gabriel may look and act like a naive little pup, but he can fix anything. Well, except for our van. But other than that...
Oh, is that a fact? Well, in that case, I can think of a few more things he could fix around here, if you catch my drift.
Maureen, there's a lady present.
Let me just go check him out. Check on him, I mean.
So, anyway...
So?
Oh, wait. You had the Connor Price experience the other day. Have you recovered yet?
I actually encountered him outside the motel yesterday evening. He was a lot nicer this time.
Really? Oh, did he greet you with, "Good to see you, man"?
Yes. How did you know?
That's his go-to when he's forgotten your name. It's "Good to see you, man" for guys and "Hey, lady" for gals.
Really?
Wouldn't worry about it, though. He called me Lisa for the better part of a year. Connor's a lot. But I guess after this week, I can update my resume with not just segment producer and car problem solver, but also Connor Price wrangler.
It must be a little weird being stuck in a strange town with two colleagues. Guys you probably don't even know that well. I know I wouldn't last a day in the same situation with my colleague Frank, and he's a friend.
It does take some adjusting. But Gabe's a big old puppy dog, at least. He's as uncomplicated as Connor is complicated, so that's a welcome antidote.
Well now, sounds like someone is getting a little warm under the collar for our Gabriel. Just between you and me, honey, I have a hunch that feeling is more than mutual.
Maureen, you shouldn't startle people like that.
All I know is, I just spent 5 minutes with our knight in the kitchen, and during that time, he mentioned Ilsa about 12 times.
Really? Well,
Faucet's all better now, Mo. And we should be hitting the road right about now.
right. Thanks, Maureen. Nice talking to you, Thomas.
Bye now, folks. Be sure to check in again soon, you hear? Huh, these TV folks sure know how to liven things up, don't they?
Indeed, Maureen. You haven't even met the main event, Connor Price.
Oh, that reminds me. You know about my little New Year's Eve shindig, right? I'm counting on you and Emily. We'll party like it's 1986. Because it will be.
Of course we'll be there. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Best get back to it. See you, Mo.
Bye now.
À chaque fois que je viens dans ce restaurant, il se passe quelque chose. Bon, alors je vais essayer de trouver le chemin là pour aller à la dernière livraison. Je vais essayer de passer par là. Ah, ici. d'accord. Ah, je viens jamais livrer ici, c'est marrant qu'on m'amène là. Et j'essaie de voir ce qu'il y a un peu dedans. Ah, mais c'est les feux d'artifice.
Ah, look who's here.
Hey, Thomas. Yeah, I needed to take care of some stuff. Hardly any customers at the post office anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll just drop by again a little later.
Or they could just get their stamps at the bookstore. Problem solved.
If you say so, Frank. It's none of my business.
That big sucker you're carrying is for me, huh? Right on time. It's all coming together. Hey, Thomas, you can keep a little secret, right?
Of course, Frank.
Great. It's not a big deal in any case. A buddy of mine was able to get his hands on some premium quality fireworks. I'm selling them with a nice profit. And anything I can't sell, well, let's just say you want to be outside Moe's Diner when the clock strikes 12 on New Year's Eve.
Frank, that sounds illegal and dangerous.
Je sais pas quoi répondre. Ouais.
I'm going to leave now and pretend we never had this conversation.
Okay, Thomas, fair enough. See you at the office. And I hope you still enjoy the show.
Ouais, mais moi je veux voir les feux d'artifice là maintenant. Attention le piéton.
I'll get it. Hello?
Very good evening. Am I talking to Mrs. Emily Weiss?
Yes, sir, that would be me.
Ah, fantastic. It's a pleasure to talk to you. My name is Christian Carmichael, and I represent Fly into Florida.
Oh, hi there.
I have great news for you, Mrs. Weiss. It's been a while, but do you perhaps remember entering into our Fly into Florida sweepstakes?
Now that you mention it, I think so. Yeah. Was that the one on the back of the juice carton?
That's the one. And I am more than happy to tell you that you are the winner of the grand prize.
The grand prize? Wow, fantastic. I'm afraid I've forgotten what it was. Could you refresh my memory a little bit?
No problem, Mrs. Weiss. You have won a 2-week trip to Florida for two.
Wow, Florida? Really? I won? I have never won anything in my life. Hold on, I need to tell my husband. Honey, we won. I'm talking to a gentleman from Fly into Florida. And he says we've won a 2-week holiday for two.
Get out of here. Florida? Wow.
Isn't it great? We're so happy. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You've got plenty of time to let it all sink in. Next, we'll be sending you an extra special envelope. It will contain a confirmation letter, airline tickets, hotel tickets, and I totally forgot to say this earlier, a $500 check covering any additional expenses.
Oh, wow. I can't believe this is happening.
Well, it most definitely is, Mrs. Weiss. And we'll be making sure you both have the time of your life. There's one thing I must stress. The dates can't be altered. So if you have plans for the first 2 weeks of September, this would be a great moment to change them. And I hope this answers all of your questions for now. Congratulations on winning. And we look forward to seeing you fly into Florida.
Thank you.
Bye.
I think I need to sit down for a moment. Florida.
Oh, that's Robert. Sorry, honey. I can't celebrate with you right now. But I'll make it up to you tomorrow night at Moe's.
I will hold you to that. Have fun on the ice, hon. And when you start to freeze out there, just think of sunny Florida.
Ooh, boy. Drilling a hole, getting that fire pit going. Ice fishing's a lot of work. And it's cold, but we're fishing all right.
Great stuff, Robert. Thanks for taking me along.
No problem, Thomas. Wouldn't have enjoyed it half as much by myself. Man, it's nice out here. This setting could use a guitar.
Wouldn't that scare the fish away? Especially if you start singing.
Thank you, Thomas. Your honest feedback is much appreciated. Hey, what was Emily going on about when I picked you up? You guys are going to Florida?
Yeah. Apparently, we won a 2-week trip.
Wow, congrats. Not that Florida's my cup of tea, if I'm honest.
Someplace else you'd rather go?
I'm perfectly fine staying right here.
PO is great, but is it also a good place to meet someone?
I know what you're hitting at. The answer's no, of course. But maybe this is what I need right now.
Yeah, just give it a little time. Or a lot. Nothing wrong with that.
Wouldn't it be ideal if Mrs. Wright dropped by my house one day?
Certainly. And also quite improbable. But you never know.
Let's drink to that. Would be a shame if Emily filled that flask of yours for nothing.
Ha! Finally, a sensible remark.
Cheers. Now let's catch a fish and get the hell out of here.
Et au final, la fille va vraiment venir à lui hein, dans la ville, puisque ça va être la fille du facteur. Après, ça dépend des choix qu'on fait, mais sur de base, c'est ce choix-là, moi. Ils se mettent ensemble.
Sure, Frank. What's up?
Listen, I just got a heads up from one of my buddies at HQ. He said Walter Morgan left for PO with tires screeching. I need to lay low for a while. If you see him, you haven't seen me, okay?
Gotcha, Frank. Don't worry about him.
Holy crap! Morgan's on the premises! I'm not here.
Good morning, Mr. Weiss.
Good morning, Mr. Morning.
I'm looking for Frank. Could you tell me where he is, please?
À chaque fois, lui, il se met dans des situations n'importe quoi. Ah oui, il se cache derrière le comptoir. Ah, ce serait marrant de le balancer. Bon, d'accord, allez. Je vais jouer le jeu.
Frank Coleman? Haven't seen him here.
And where is he, if he's not here?
He's probably out delivering. Could be anywhere.
I guess I'll have to be patient then. We received a report that a man with a mustache, dressed in a light blue shirt, was offering illegal fireworks to people in the postal office parking lot. If that man is Frank, and I'm sure it is, then that's strike 3 for Mr. Coleman. Please tell him I'm looking for him. Have a good day.
Is he gone?
Yes, Frank.
Holy crap, that was a close call. Thanks so much, Thomas. I guess Frank Coleman's going into hiding for a while.
Frank, don't you think it's better to just come clean?
Don't worry about it. It'll blow over like always. See you Sunday evening. I guess we'll have to play poker with the curtains closed.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Get ready for a pet peeve from Gypsy.
P.O. positive or pet peeve?
Jack, I've been watching that TV series everyone's been raving about. What's it called? A hamburger with fries? I expected a charming sitcom like Bon Appetit, but instead got treated to a lousy mix of mediocre puns and gratuitous violence. If this is where TV shows are heading, then I'm heading the other way.
Fancy handwriting on this one.
Your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, you're forced to hold. You're free from your bed, showing no regret. Close your eyes, hide your light, roll the die. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're gonna break down to
Okay, let's get this to its destination.
witchcraft. You're playing it cool, bending all the rules.
And yet another satisfied customer.
You're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is back, that's the fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to get knocked right out of your when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft.
Another satisfied customer. Unless it's Bill's.
You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to get knocked right out of your when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. I got my moves, I got my song. When I turn my mojo on, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft.
Mais elle se met toujours sur mon chemin là.
Was the night before the big day. I could barely sleep. House was so quiet I could hear my heartbeat. Then I heard a
Ah, there you are. Could you bring this box over to the diner? And if they ask, there's no discount.
I'm sorry, but no. Parcels need to go through the post office first.
Oh well, then don't. I couldn't care less about that party.
Oh, wait. It's for the New Year's Eve party? All right, I'll do it.
Thanks. And remember, no discount.
Roger that.
Elle est pas commode, hein, quand même. Donc j'ai la quête ici à faire. Et là il faut que j'aille ici. Je sais pas si je fais la quête d'abord. Non, j'irai en dernier.
Part and parcel. Yet another heavy package for you, Ben.
Let me take that off your hands, Thomas. You know I feel guilty enough as it is. Having you lug around those car parts week in and week out.
That's the job, Ben. Neither snow nor rain nor heavy packages
Stay these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. I'm serious, though. If you don't mind me saying, you're getting up there. Ever think of hanging up the old coat and bag?
Not until recently, but recently? Yeah.
Good for you. Think about it some more would be my advice. Son of a gun. It's the engine parts for the news van. Didn't expect them to come in so soon.
No, that's great. Now they'll be able to roam around PO for their report.
Yep. With any luck, that thing will be up and running before the end of the day.
Hey, don't rush it, Ben. Remember, you're getting up there yourself.
Yeah. Now get going, you old-timer.
It's not what we know, it's where we go. Like the wings and there goodbye. It's not what we
Hi, Thomas. Oh, please tell me that's a big box full of snacks from the general store.
This is a big box full of snacks from the general store. But without a discount on what's inside.
No discount? Is Nancy Carlisle really trying to charge me full price for snacks that are about to go past their expiration dates?
Yikes, that would be pretty sad.
I can't believe people could be like that. That heartless creature.
That sums her up pretty well.
She always manages to drive me up a wall. I know I'm not the only one who feels this way about her. I'll stop bothering you now. I'll think of something, don't you worry.
Julie second is a tree. I keep my balance next to you. It's true. Nowadays there's nothing I wouldn't do. Fly a breath in open sky. It's not what we know. It's where we go. I grow wings and tell us goodbye. It's not what we see. It's what we choose to be. We're beyond good. I've never been so ready. Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know. It's where we go. I grow wings and tell them goodbye.
Hello, Thomas.
Hi there, Beth. What brings you here?
I saw you arrive just now, so I decided to venture across the road with a minor request.
What's so important that you came out here in the cold?
It's just one small thing, I promise, and, well, I suppose you can see what it is. A first gift to the little one, you see, since Christmas in Georgia fell through. It just needs an address, and I'm not sure where to put it. Could I leave this with you so you could make sure it gets where it needs to go? I have the information right here on an old envelope. It's the return address in the top corner.
Of course, Beth. I can understand that labeling a package like this can seem daunting. Bears will do that to you.
You're a real gentleman, Thomas. Thank you. I have a stack of returned holiday gifts that need sorting before I close.
I've handled many a strange parcel in my day. Not to worry. I'll take care of it.
Thank you, Thomas. Truly. I'll get the postage to you later, I promise. Oh, and please tell Emily I have a great idea for this Sunday's girls' night. It's a surprise. Bye now.
Sure. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello? Hi, Meredith. It's us. Your dad is standing right next to me.
Hiya.
Hi. Shouldn't you two be at Moe's right now?
Yeah, we're about to jump in the car, but we wanted to share some exciting news with you. Oh, first things first, though. How was your Christmas?
Well, I worked. And Tess and I made a Christmas meal you probably won't ever find in a cookbook. But we had a lovely evening. Thanks, Mom. Can I get the exciting news now, please?
Okay, so your dad and I will fly into Florida this September. I won a sweepstakes.
Get out of here. Wow, that's so awesome, Mom. Florida in September. Beats the PO weather, huh?
Oh, sure does.
Dad, Are you excited as well?
I sure am.
Aren't you worried about flying there? Last time you came to visit, it took a few hours for that green tinge to leave your face.
Oh, Meredith, don't make it worse than it was.
Fine, fine. Maybe he just boozed too much on the plane. Have you checked if the flight includes free cocktails? Best bring your flask, Dad, just in case.
Hey, don't give your old man such a hard time. It's bad enough he had to miss his daughter at Christmas.
Oh, well. I may not have been there, but at least my boss called to interrupt your dinner. Sorry about that, by the way. Rest assured he was appropriately ashamed.
We all make mistakes, Meredith. Some of us just more than others.
I can't disagree there. Oh, hey, you two shouldn't keep Maureen waiting.
You're right about that. Your dad will go and get the car warmed up, right, honey?
That's my cue. Bye, Em. Take care.
Bye. Have fun tonight.
Thanks for getting the car all toasty for us, honey.
You're very welcome, dear. It's my pleasure.
We've been doing this for decades now. And I've never stopped looking forward to spending my Saturday evening here with you.
I feel the same way, Em. I'm a lucky man to have you.
Good evening, you two beautiful people. Ready to order? Or should I just write down pancakes for lovely Emily and a T-bone steak for Big Thomas here?
Oh, Maureen, your intuition never ceases to amaze me. It sure is pancake time for me again.
Big Thomas would very much like that, Maureen. Thanks.
You got it. Be right back, folks. Ashley, it's pancake time! And get the steaks out!
This will never get old. But Beth making surprise plans and this Florida trip landing in our lap got me thinking a little bit. If we're getting close to being able to do whatever we feel like doing, does that mean we should stay in PO forever?
And move closer to Meredith? To the big city?
No. I need space and fresh air and warmth. That's the nice thing about Florida. And it's not like your arthritis will stop acting up in weather like this.
I am looking forward to that Florida trip the more I think about it. It's a perfect opportunity to test the waters.
Oh, wasn't it nice the way Meredith reacted to the news? Although I'm sure she's a little envious.
Yeah. When's the last time she had a few days off and left the big smoke?
Okay, folks, while Ashley's busy in the kitchen, it's time to fill Mo in on a few details. A little birdie told me you two were off somewhere fancy.
Maureen, I was planning on telling you and the girls all about it tomorrow evening. But I'm sure you've also heard it's Florida in September.
Florida in September. Oh, imagine that. Oh, I'm so happy for you two.
Thanks, Maureen. Have you ever been to Florida?
Are you offering your ticket to me? Oh, Thomas, that's so nice of you.
Nice try, Maureen. Nice try. But the only one sitting next to me on that plane is my man.
Are you totally sure about that, though? I heard that a certain Walter Morgan will probably not be very lenient with holiday requests from the postal office employees.
Morgan. His bark is always worse than his bite.
If Walter Morgan gets in the way of that, I'll get in his way.
I don't think I'm supposed to actually run away, but sure, all right.
Oh, that means dinner's almost ready. Be right back, folks.
See,
See, things like this, they bother me sometimes. Maureen's a sweetheart, but it's almost impossible to have a private life here.
That sure is true. Would be nice to walk around somewhere without everyone calling you mailman.
That's a good thing about working at the motel. Most of the people I'll never see again. Oh, Maureen's heading this way again. Let's just enjoy our lovely dinner together, shall we?
We shall. Have I already told you that you look wonderful tonight?
Look alive, folks. 2 plates of the good stuff.
Oh, Thomas, my dear, sweet husband.
The one and only. No autographs.
Oh, the sweetest man alive. Always prepared to help out anyone who asks for a favor, even on his Sunday off.
Okay, Em. What needs doing?
The motel called, and, well, the TV crew would very much like to rent some movies from the Flick Shack today. But I couldn't just let poor little Angie ferry them over in this weather, so...
So you promised them I'd do it?
Bingo! Would you, dear? Pretty please.
Of course, Em. You've been so busy lately. It'll be my pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much, darling. Tell you what, I'll make some extra tasty snacks for your poker night tonight. How's that?
It's a deal.
Thomas Weiss says I live and breathe. What in tarnation are you doing out and about in the mail truck on a Sunday?
Came to pick up some movies for the TV crew.
Oh, I know. Your wife called ahead.
Happy to do it for Emily. And for you. And for the TV crew. Parts of it, anyway.
But first things first. So, what's the hot gossip on these out-of-towners?
Well... There's Gabriel Serrano. He's the sound guy. Nice guy. Full of vim and vigor.
Sounds delightful. What about the rest?
Ilsa Richter is their producer. Competent, sarcastic. She kind of reminds me of my daughter.
Well, then I'd like to meet your daughter someday. Because Ilsa I've met. Came into the store yesterday asking about P.O. and whether I liked it here. Cute as a button, that one. And only in town for a couple days. Perfect for a girl on the rebound. Shame she's into men. One in particular.
Are you sure? How do you figure?
The way her eyes lit up when she mentioned that colleague of hers, Gabriel. Trust me, a girl knows. So anyway, let's get down to brass tacks. According to Emily, our intrepid reporters have 2 rooms equipped with VCRs between them. One for Connor Price, KNW6, and one for Ilsa Richter.
Great. I know what we should get for Connor. Got any motivational tapes on how to win friends and influence people?
Great idea. But Connor's already made his pick. Octopussy. It says it's James Bond's all-time high. I guess they forgot about that time he went to the moon.
Fine by me. And what did Ilsa choose?
That's where we come in. See, she wants us to pick the movie she'll be watching with her colleague, Gabriel.
Huh?
Thomas, she wants us to pick the movie she'll be watching with Gabriel.
We can play matchmaker by picking something romantic. Got it.
Exactly. Guide Cupid's arrows, so to speak. After all, 'tis the season.
For a little post-Christmas magic? Maybe.
You and Emily are regular customers, so you know what I have available. So, which film will it be?
Scarface.
Trading places. That one's a hoot and a half.
Thomas, that's not a romantic movie. Gosh.
Let me pick something else, then.
Ouais, mais Love Story, c'est triste.
Let's go with Love Story. Or is that too on the nose?
It's perfect, and we won't risk being too subtle. It has love right there in the title.
Ah, ce film parle d'amour, il est super
Love Story
triste.
it is.
The dynamic duo of stupid Cupid strikes again. Although I suppose this is our first strike. Anyway, here's hoping that this is the start of a beautiful love story.
I have a good feeling about this. Anyway, I'd best be on my way getting these to the motel.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, Thomas. My car, much like myself, is not built for snow. Say hi to Emily.
Will do. Bye, Angie.
Ouch.
Special delivery. Movies from the Flick Shack.
Right. Well, great news. You get to play belated Santa yourself. Room 6 for Richter. Thank you.
Yes, don't get up now. I'll take care of it. Movie delivery for segment producer Ilsa Richter.
Yes?
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Price. I thought this was Ilsa's room.
No, that's room 9, but think nothing of it, my guy. Ooh, you got me my Bond movie.
Absolutely. The spy action thriller you asked for.
Love it. You know, Moore's an even better 007 than Connery. He just oozes that classy British wit. Thank you so much. Ta-da! Ta-da! Pow!
They say it don't mean nothing unless you got somebody else to share it with. But I'm alone this Christmas, and I'll be okay.
A movie delivery for Ilsa Richter.
Yay! Good to see you, Thomas. So, what movie did you and Angie pick for me and Gabe?
Here you go.
Love story. Haven't seen this one. What's it about? Tennis?
Good one. Not about tennis, but it's still pretty ace.
Ha ha. I'm sure it is. Looking forward to it. Let me guess. This was Angie's pick.
Well, let's just say it was a group effort.
Okay. Well, color me curious. Hope it's age appropriate for big old puppy dogs. Oh, speaking of, on your way out, could you give a quick knock on Gabe's door? Just so he'll know it's movie time. It's room number 2.
Will do.
Great. See ya.
Gabriel Serrano, the lady in room number 9 humbly requests your presence for an evening of home cinema.
Thanks, Thomas. I'll be right over.
My work here is done.
Okay, Ben. Question for you. Do you have that ace or not? You don't have to say yes or no. Just say anything. All I need to hear is one word from you to know if you're bluffing. Nothing? Not even a twitch or a blink? All right, I'll do the talking. I'm all in.
Call.
And he just instantly calls me. Great. I don't even need to see your hand. Well played, sir.
Thanks, Jack. You got unlucky there.
I don't know. I just don't have the patience for poker. You know, reading a poker book ain't gonna change that. Hey, Thomas? Why are the curtains closed, by the way? Last time I checked, home games are legal.
It's probably better if Frank answers that question.
I sure can. Walter Morgan's on my tail. Someone snitched on me, and now I need to lay low until I have a good enough alibi.
Morgan again? What'd you do, Frank? I hope you didn't put ladies' underwear in his briefcase again.
And please tell me you stopped putting dead rats in his exhaust.
The classics. No, I didn't prank him at all this time. He's just out to get me. All I did was sell fireworks to someone. He said something about that being my third strike. I might actually lose my job, fellas.
We won't let that happen, Frank. We'll think of something.
Thanks, Thomas. I've been racking my brain, but I can't come up with anything.
I'm guessing they don't have any photographic evidence. Pictures of you selling these fireworks?
Just that there's a guy fitting my description. What are you getting at?
I might have a little plan. But let's first play a few more hands. I'm down almost $30.
One sec, Jack. Frank, I'm curious. We know Walter Morgan has a few reasons to dislike you, but why do you dislike him?
I could tell you why, but it's not a pretty tale. And it better not leave this room, kitchen.
Sure, Frank.
My lips are sealed, for once.
You know I'm no snitch, Frank.
Thanks, boys. All right, so this one time back in the summer of '69, it was before I started working in P.O. There were a couple of pesky stray dogs wandering around HQ. I say pesky, but they never really hurt anyone. Just got a little excited if you walked past them eating a sandwich or whatever. Can't blame them, huh? They were hungry, even though I fed them every now and then. Morgan found out, of course, and after one complaint too many, he took matters into his own hands, or should I say, feet. He lured a couple of them behind his car, and before I knew what was going on, it was too late. I heard a loud and gut-wrenching howl. I saw two dogs run away, and Smokey, my favorite one, limped after them. It's the last time I ever saw those sweet dogs. Then Walter Morgan looked me straight in the eye with a smug grin on his face, and he said, "This is how you do a proper job, Frank." I can still see that grin when I close my eyes.
Okay, that does it. Walter Morgan is now on my eternal shit list, and I'll make sure the rest of P.O. knows about it.
Walter fricking Morgan. Your pranks were way too soft, Frank. We need to take it to the next level.
What a despicable human being. I can't believe he did that.
Well, he didn't. I was joking, of course. I don't really have a good reason for disliking Walter Morgan. That boring old pencil pusher just rubs me the wrong way.
Damn it, Frank, you had us good.
Okay, folks. Ante up. Here we go again.
Psst, Thomas, over here.
Hey, Frank. Thanks for filling up the dumpster.
I wish that was all I was doing here. I'm trying to stay out of sight. Looks like Morgan will be at the post office all day. Listen up. Jack and I cooked up a little plan. I'm sure Morgan will be gone soon. But I gotta get out of here now. You haven't seen me.
Je vais voir s'il est toujours. Ah non.
Top of the Monday morning, P.O. We're starting this week with a warning from Lucinda.
P.O. positive or pet peeve?
Hi, Jack. KNW6 TV crew's filming in P.O. yesterday with Connor Bryce. As a big fan, I just had to ask him for an autograph. He asked me for my name, but he kept calling me Linda. Even after I corrected him twice. Isn't that just rude?
Well, that's a bit rude indeed, Linda.
I could barely sleep. The house was so quiet I could hear my heartbeat. Then I heard a rumble. Famous fat man coming down the chimney. I cracked open my door to catch a glimpse of Satan. Hardly see a thing. Smoke was so thick. The driveway filled with flashing red and blue lights. Santa traded slaying for a fire truck tonight.
There we go.
That I'm older and I've settled down. It's late December, there's no tree to be found. Plus it helps, I've married a Jew.
Je suppose qu'il y aura du coup le nouvel an.
I told the baby I didn't think this would matter.
Ah oui, c'est voilà, ça ce que c'est, réveillon. Je sais pas, les dates on les voyait pas très bien, alors je sais pas si c'est normal ou si c'est un petit souci dans le jeu.
McGill's got such a great price on this house when the Sugarmans moved away.
Ah ben non, je vais pas m'embêter. Le courrier, du coup, je le ferai au retour.
Oh, Thomas, hello there. Could you be a sweetheart and bring that over to me?
Of course.
Oh, careful now. Robert cleared most of the snow, but it's still a bit slippery. Thank you so much. If only I still had the balance and agility of my feline friends. Oh, and good day to you, of course.
Good day to you too, Mildred. And Genevieve.
Thomas, honestly, this isn't Genevieve. It's Mortimer. They look nothing alike. Isn't that right, Mortimer?
Oh, pardon me. I can't quite keep track of all your cats.
Well, I do have a lot of them, but not quite as many as there are streets in Providence Oaks, and you can keep those apart. So, what do you have for me today, Thomas?
Just a letter.
Let's see. This sounds interesting. Apparently, I need to make a few copies of this letter, and if you send this letter along with $5 to the first 6 people on this list, your name will be added to the bottom. Soon enough, your name will rise to the top. Then many people will send you $5. You will earn lots of money with one small investment. Oh, what a great idea! What do you think, Mortimer?
Maybe you should talk this over with your son rather than your cat. Before committing $30. I'm certain he'll advise against it.
Are you sure, Thomas? They make it sound so easy.
Trust me on this, Mildred. If you've seen one pyramid scheme, you've seen them all.
$30 is quite a bit of money. I'll think about it.
You do that, Mildred. See you at Moe's tomorrow night?
Probably. Bye, dear.
I'm not saying it's right, but the Yule log ain't the only thing burning that night. Oh, it's a funny story, at least it is to me. But for others, especially my mother, a day that lives in infamy. Swear I'm not a liar, Daddy lit the Christmas tree on fire. Now that I'm older and I've settled down, it's late December, there's no tree to be found. Does it help? Married a Jew, now she wants a Christmas tree. What am I to do? Would matter. Besides those damn trees, they're a real fire hazard. Now have you known the doctor just diagnosed me? A little something called PTCPFSD. That's post-traumatic Christmas tree fire stress disorder. It's a funny story.
Oh, il y a le journaliste.
Okay, are we rolling?
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
Okay, let's get this in one. I'm freezing my ass off. When Chekhov saw the long winter, he saw a winter bleak and dark and bereft of hope. Yet we know that winter is just another step in the cycle of life. In the summer months, this lake is bustling with activity. As the local fishermen cast their rods, the tourists plunk down hard-earned cash to rent a boat and spend a delightful sun-soaked day on the water. Not so during this particularly harsh winter, however. Now the watery heart of Providence Oaks finds itself completely frozen over. No, that won't do as an analogy, because now we're sort of implying that residents have grown cold-hearted during the winter. Doesn't work, doesn't scan.
Yeah, and what was with that Chekhov stuff?
I don't get it. Chekhov? Like from Star Trek?
All right. Let's try something else. Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. How's it going?
Hi, Mr. Price. Did you enjoy the movie last night?
Hey, listen, how about I ask you a couple of questions on camera? Just simple stuff about the town.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Great. Just move over here. Are we both in the shot?
Yeah, that's fine.
This'll be great. The lake as a backdrop. Perfect. Let's go. All right. This is...
His name is Thomas Weiss.
I knew that. Thomas and I go way back. As the local mailman for truly countless years, Thomas Weiss knows Providence Oaks like he knows the back of his own hand. So, Mr. Weiss, how would you characterize this small, cold town and its warm inhabitants?
That's easy, Connor. In the eons I've been the local mailman, I've learned one thing. This gorgeous little lake town of ours cannot be summed up in a single soundbite. But one thing's for certain. Anyone who's ever seen the views from atop the mighty watchtower knows. Providence Oaks is breathtaking. And wherever you are, or whatever you face, here, a goodbye never has to be a farewell.
And cut. Ah, that's so sweet, Thomas Weiss. Completely unusable, but sweet. I know I've got goosebumps.
Yeah, that went well, kind of. Now, let's scout out the establishing shots at the far end of the pier. Let's go, Connor.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Gabe, you can take 5. My advice would be to take those 5 in the van, to reduce the risk of any further ass freezing off incidents.
Noted. Thanks, Ilsa.
At least it is to me. But for others, especially my mother, the day that lives in infamy. I swear I'm not a liar. My daddy looked at Christmas.
Fancy handwriting on this one.
He tend to double his dose. I'm not saying it's wrong, and I'm not saying it's right.
Mr. Weiss. Thomas, sir.
Hi, Gabriel. What's up?
Just that, well, we'll be ringing in the new year right here in Providence Oaks. So, my mom is shipping over my tuxedo. Can you make sure it arrives okay? She says she clearly marked the package Serrano Room 2.
Oh, of course. Mailman's promise. So, how did you and Ilsa like the movie?
Oh man, it was beautiful. Heavy stuff, though. At the end, Ilsa totally had tears in her eyes. And, well, so did I. There is something else I wanted to ask you about. I guess I'm curious. How did you, like, woo your wife?
It's pretty simple and cliched. She's my high school sweetheart. I took her to the fairy tale dance. We snuck off to smooch under the bleachers, and the rest is ancient history. But I'm guessing that doesn't help you with what you really want to know. You want to know if you have a shot with Ilsa.
Shh, keep it down. Don't mention her name. But yeah, terrible at that kind of stuff. It's just, you seem like a wise man. I'd really appreciate your advice.
Well, okay then. My advice is to think about how things felt last night. Let that guide your decision. It might sound corny, but you can't go wrong following your heart.
Wow. And is that your definitive judgment?
Absolutely. That's the best I can do.
All done. Hey, what are you two schmoozing about?
Ah, je peux balancer si je veux, mais non, ça... Secret
A
factor.
mailman never tells.
Excellent. Now start the engine, Gabriel. We're rolling out pronto. Man alive, it's cold today.
On it, Mr. Price. Thanks, Thomas. You've been a huge help. So, take good care of that tux, yeah?
Will do. Bye, folks. A belated Christmas gift? Maybe. Hi there, ladies.
Hi, Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Got a delivery for the diner, Kay.
Great. Not from the general store, I see?
You tell me. All the information I usually need is on the address label.
Oh well. Okay, so before I leave, we had this awesome girls' night yesterday thanks to Beth. It was hilarious. When I first saw where we were going, my brain went, oh my god. And when the guy showed us what we were going to do, my brain went, oh my god. And when we started, it was so yuck, but also so cool, you know? I've never done anything like that before, and I love that I got a chance to find out. But then again, I doubt that I will ever try it again.
Ah, yes, the girls' night. What did you end up doing?
We made haggis.
You made whatus?
I said haggis. It's a Scottish dish made from a sheep's liver, lungs, heart, and suet, all stuffed into a sheep's stomach. It's this fascinating traditional gourmet staple stemming from the 15th century, would you believe? Poems have been written about it.
Meat on top of meat? Sign me up.
I have some leftover from last night, if you're interested. It was so gross. I'll have nightmares about zombie sheep for weeks. Bleh. Okay, hate to leave you two, but I really have to sort out this delivery ASAP. Maureen will go bananas. Talk soon. Thanks again for the great evening, Beth.
Bye.
Bye, Kay. Well, now, I really should get back to the grind as well.
Those New Year's price reductions aren't going to fix themselves.
Wait up, Beth. I want to talk to you about something.
Oh? What's on your mind?
It's about Saturday and the whole parcel situation.
I told you I simply wanted to get that parcel out to Daniel as soon as possible. Since we didn't get to exchange gifts over Christmas this year. It's nothing, really. Now, if that's all, I really need to get back to the bookstore.
I don't mean to pry. I just want to make sure everything's good.
What do you mean?
Standing outside in the cold with a parcel like that, it feels off to me.
Okay, you've got me. Can we sit down here for a bit? Heavens, I do feel a bit caught out. But I have to admit, it does warm my heart to know that I cannot fool my friends. Well, out with it, Beth. You see, it's my eyes, Thomas. I have glaucoma, which means my optic nerve is deteriorating. I found out a few months ago.
Oh my gosh, Beth. That's terrible.
Thank you. It was a bit of a shock at first. I haven't told Emily yet. Daniel knows. It's not that bad yet, but it's not getting any better either. The thing is, this kind of condition happens slowly. And I haven't been the fastest in getting it treated, but they can stabilize it. That's why I wasn't able to fix the parcel on my own last Saturday. And that's why I'm starting to miss a few details here and there when I'm in the store. Or asking for peas instead of beans at Christmas dinner with all of my friends of all places.
What about the bookstore?
I've been going about my business as usual, first and foremost, because the deterioration is so gradual. Until I couldn't really do the little things anymore. Things like reading small print are getting difficult, which was a painful thing to accept at first. Working in the bookstore is starting to give me more issues than I'd like. Getting older. It's a strange thing, isn't it? It's like that Robert Frost poem. The afternoon knows what the morning never suspected. Doesn't mean I wouldn't mind taking a little nap in between from time to time, though.
Is this why you're really leaving for Georgia? I mean, will you be able to take care of yourself in the long run?
It is a big part of why I'm leaving, yes. But at the same time, it isn't.
How's that?
What I'm trying to say is, when you really look at it, in the end, it's not all bad. You see, every limit is a beginning as well as an ending, as T.S. Eliot puts it. For me, there's really no use dwelling too much on that limit. I can't change it anymore at this point anyway. But I do have a choice in how to deal with it. Plus, Georgia has a lot to offer: museums, social clubs, and most importantly, my family. If you look at it like that, getting older may still feel like a cursed time, surely, but I also see each new year as a gift. An opportunity to start new adventures, explore, and have more fun. You can't take something like that for granted.
I like that mindset.
I had a feeling you'd understand.
Hey, I'd make a pretty poor friend if I didn't.
Well, I guess I really should be going now. Thank you once again, Thomas. I do feel better now that it's out. You're a good friend.
Anytime, Beth. Bye now. That's the last one. Whew.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all. Just wanna watch them stars fall. But you don't wanna try to make up dreams just to be seen. I wanna lay here beside you, all quiet.
Hey, Thomas, have you seen Jack?
Yep. Yesterday night in my kitchen.
I'm a sitting duck right now. I'm toast if Morgan suddenly shows up.
Really? What's the worst that can happen?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Sorry for interrupting your conversation. Mr. I see you've managed to be present at the job position you're currently holding.
Mr.
Ah, ça
Morgan,
perd le
it's so
son
good.
des personnages, là,
Little
par
chat
moment.
sounds wonderful. But I'm afraid there's an extremely urgent parcel I have to deliver right now. So stay put, and I'll be back in about 30 minutes.
You can stay right here, Frank. I'm sure Mr. Weiss would be happy to deliver that package for you. Right, Thomas?
Sure, Mr. Morgan. I just finished my round, so it's not a bother.
Excuse me, sir? Hi. Hello. I heard you were looking for a guy in a light blue shirt with a mustache to purchase illegal fireworks in the parking lot of the post office? Well, you found him. Sir, you don't have to keep your guard up. Frank and Thomas here both know me very well, and I'm sure they won't tell a soul about what you're doing right now. So, what will it be? I've got rockets, Roman candles, fountains, sparklers. I even have barrages that'll give you a fireworks extravaganza that you won't ever forget.
I think there must be a misunderstanding here. Please, don't put Mr. Morgan in this position. If people walk by and see this, they might snitch on him and get him into trouble. He could even lose his job over this.
Yeah, why don't you go inside so you can do your dealings without all these prying eyes around?
I'll tell you what will happen now. I'm going to get in my car, start the engine, drive home, and pretend I did not just spend 3 days in Providence Oaks for absolutely nothing.
Sir, if you take a left at the deer statue, you'll eventually pass my barn, and I can fill your trunk there in just 1 minute. Do you have cash on hand?
Gentlemen, I'll be back next year. Frank Coleman, your luck will run out one day.
I wouldn't bet on it. Tally-ho, Morgan.
Great job, fellas. Morgan will be cursing all the way home.
If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Thanks, guys. I owe you one.
Hello?
Evening, Thomas. It's Maureen.
Oh, hi, Maureen. If you're looking for Emily, she's at the motel right now.
I was actually looking for you, Thomas. I don't know what to do with this Nancy situation. I get so worked up just thinking about it. And that usually gets in the way of doing the right thing, you know? I need to talk to someone who's a bit more emotionally detached from the situation.
How can I help you, Maureen?
Simply put, I don't know if I should give in to that Nancy Carlyle and her overpriced snacks, or tell that woman to take a hike. But then we'll end up with a lackluster New Year's Eve party.
A party is about having a good time with people you like. Who cares if the snacks aren't great?
That's what I'd like to think as well. But I just don't like to disappoint people.
People should be glad you're throwing a party at all. They can leave if they don't like it.
I think you're onto something there, Thomas. I'm not yet totally sure what I'm gonna do, but at least my mind's at ease now. Thanks for lending me your ear and advice. You're a doll.
It takes one to know one, Maureen.
I hate to admit it, Klaus, but if it wasn't for you, I would have been a goner.
Ha! You can't say that about the other guy.
You betcha! You made a mess, man. Blood and guts everywhere.
It's not the first time I made Schweinbraten without cooking. Ha!
I'm starting. Which brings us to the last PO positive or pet peeve. It's one from yours truly, who'd like to end 1985 on a positive note.
Aïe aïe aïe, aïe aïe aïe, aïe aïe aïe.
Positive or pet peeves?
And it's, of course, all because of the people living here. The ma-
Okay, let's get this to its destination.
Oui, c'est bien ce que je me disais, c'est pas la bonne boîte aux lettres. Ah oui, je vais devoir faire le grand tour là. Bon bah du coup cette lettre là je le ferai au retour, ça m'éviterait de faire un petit détour. Allez.
Another satisfied customer. Unless it's Bill's. Part and parcel.
Thomas, it's good to see you. Thanks again for I think but I guess some situations don't have a perfect solution. You'll find out tonight, Thomas. We'll have a grand old time regardless.
Hardly see a thing, smoke was so thick. The driveway filled with flashing red and blue lights. Did Santa trade a sleigh in for a fire truck tonight? Oh, it's a funny story. At least it is to me. But for others, especially my mother, a day that lives in infamy. I swear I'm not a liar. My daddy lit the Christmas
Ah mais ils sont partout eux. Je vois que leur voiture, je vois pas. Ah si, ils sont à l'intérieur.
Oh, hey, Thomas. We're about to do a little interview, but you're welcome to listen in. Mr. Price, you know Thomas Weiss, don't you?
Sure do. You're resident mailman, am I right? Good to see you, man.
Should I just stand over here?
That was Open Sky by Velvet Moon, one of my favorites. Folks, we have a special treat for you today, because I have a guest here at the Reynolds studio. You know that happens from time to time, but today it's a bona fide big shot. None other than KNW6's own newsman extraordinaire, Mr. Connor Price.
Thanks for having me, Jack. Always nice to talk to a fellow broadcaster. So, how long have you been doing this local show?
Coming up on our 10th anniversary, Mr. Price. But you've been at KNW6 for longer than that, no?
Yeah, it's been... Gosh, can you believe I started there way back in '66? As a segment producer on Portland Rise and Shine. Still remember the title of my first item, too. Is Poplin Still Poppin'?
That's a great title. And yet, this is the first time you've come to Providence Oaks.
First time staying a while, at any rate. So, Mr. Reynolds, how would you describe this town?
Well, I'd say it's a... Hey, wait a minute. Who's interviewing who here? I'll ask the questions, thank you very much.
Apologies, my friend. Just can't help myself, always chasing the story me. It's the commitment I've made to our viewers. The price guarantee.
So, what stories are you chasing here in P.O.?
Oh, you know, just trying to capture the old couleur locale. I must say, the people here are very friendly, and I hope the feeling's mutual. Right, Thomas? That's Thomas the mailman over there. But never mind, he's not mic'd.
Yes, and no, I'm not.
You don't say. Because we happen to have a little section called P.O. Positive or Pet Peeve. You might have heard of it?
Can't say I have, but I do like the alliteration.
Well, Lucinda Boyle called in a pet peeve yesterday, saying you were quite rude to her when she asked you for an autograph.
Well, I'm sure that was a misunderstanding. See, I must have been on a really tight schedule, because otherwise I'd do anything for a fan. That's...
the price guarantee, right? Sure. Anyway, we'll be back with Connor Price, KNW 6-star reporter, right after this.
What the hell, Jack? Ambushing me like that live on air?
Relax, just joshing you a little. But I'll let you plug the heck out of this Oregon Trail thing you're filming. How's that? We'll make sure everyone in town fully cooperates with your crew in the home stretch.
Well, speaking of the home stretch, I better get back to my job as a serious broadcaster. It's been real, pal. Can you believe this guy? Sheesh. Huh. That's the thanks I get for stopping by amateur hour.
Sorry you had to witness that, Thomas. Made for good radio, though, while it lasted anyway. I'll see you at Moe's tonight, yeah? You don't want to miss what Frank's been cooking up.
Can't wait. See you there.
Even though you wear it well, lower down the bridge and let me in. Will you? You'll never get to know me from within. Will you? Lower down the bridge and let me in. Will you? You'll never get to know me from within. Will you?
A belated Christmas gift? Maybe.
I should have a new booking system ready in a few weeks.
C'est pas lui que je dois livrer? Ah oui, non, c'est vrai, il m'avait dit que c'était le smoking.
P.O. Tuxedo Service. He's not in. I should probably leave it with Ilsa then. Room 9.
Ouais, parce que le réceptionniste, il est tellement sur son PC que je suis pas sûre qu'il ferait la livraison. Ah oui, mais non, c'est le smoking, c'est une surprise, du coup. Je sais pas si c'est une bonne idée.
Please accept this delivery for room number 2.
Hi, Thomas. Oh, is that Gabriel Stocks?
Signed, sealed, delivered. That's the Weiss guarantee.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Thanks.
Right then, I'll...
I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long. Ooh, when I use my witchcraft. Ooh, when I use my witchcraft. Ooh.
Il y en a un qui est heureux.
Well...
Great. So... See you tonight at the diner. Oh, and thank you.
My pleasure, Ilsa.
Bon, ben voilà, il a réussi à déclarer sa flamme. Je suis où, moi? Ah oui, je suis ici. En vrai, je sais pas s'il y a vraiment un chemin plus court que l'autre. Hein.
The last delivery of 1985. A momentous occasion, to be sure.
Some are faster, some are slow.
Hi, Meredith. It's the Weiss family again. We wanted to wish you a happy new year before we're going to Moe's.
Hey, thanks. We've got a little over an hour left here before it's 1986.
You'll watch out for those fireworks, won't you? They're so unpredictable.
I will. I'll probably stay inside anyways.
We've got 4 more hours to go, but Happy New Year! I'd rather be early than late. Are you going anywhere to celebrate?
Thanks, Dad. We're all a bit drained after making the deadline. Some guys from the office were going to do a ER Kung Fu tournament, but I didn't feel like it.
A Kung Fu tournament? On New Year's Eve?
Yes, Mom, it's a video game. But Tess and I are going to watch Trading Places instead at my place. I think that New Year's Eve is overrated anyway. People seem to think it must be the best night of the year, but all you usually get is a lot of drama and a solid hangover. My New Year's resolution was not to make a big deal out of New Year's Eve anymore. And it looks like I'm not going to break it. But don't let that ruin your evening.
It won't. We'll have a good old party and start the new year with a bang. And that hangover will clear up in no time with a New Year's Day walk in the snow.
Shall I remind you of this when you're curled up on the couch under a blanket? Sorry, Meredith. Your father's memory needs a little grease between the hinges.
Like starting the car in time before going to Moe's?
Bingo!
Okay, guys, I won't hold you up. Have a great evening, and a Happy New Year. Love you.
My beautiful people, may I have your attention for half a minute? First of all, welcome to Moe's. We're excited to celebrate the last few moments of 1985 together with you. It was quite an undertaking to host this New Year's Eve party at the last minute. So if you feel like the snack situation isn't up to standard, you're right. But we do have enough tater tots, french fries, potato wedges, and potato pancakes to feed the entire village. Thank you so much for that, Jack. And thank you all for coming. Cheers to a great evening.
Well, if it isn't my favorite KNW6 news team.
In the flesh.
Hi, Thomas.
Nice tuxedo, Gabriel.
Thank you. And thanks for making sure I got it. I put it on right after I got out of that shower.
He toweled off first. Don't worry.
There we go. Champagne for my real friends and real pain for my sham friends.
Ah, good to see you, man. So, is the segment on Providence Oaks in the can yet?
Almost, my friend. Still have to shoot the countdown to the new year. Hopefully that gives us the ending we need. I've been promised a spectacle.
Easy on the alcohol there, Connor. We still need you on camera. Can't have you slurring your words.
Slurring my words? Whatever do you mean, Ilsa?
Quit fooling, you guys. It's getting close to midnight. Let's set up and get ready.
Showtime. Okay, getting into character. See you on the flip side, mailman.
Hi, honey. There goes that Connor Price. Would you believe... He tipped generously, though. Oh, is that Beth sitting over there? Let's join her.
Almost time for Old Lang Syne, eh? Did you know that Old Lang Syne was written down by Robert Burns in the 18th century? And he wrote it to a different melody than the one we sing today, but I have to say, I do like this version. And it's often sung after a special dinner where haggis is served. Would you believe?
Honestly, Beth, I don't know how we'll get by without these fascinating facts when you're gone.
Well, I will still be selling sets of
if you'll help load them into my truck.
All joking aside, my friends, now that a new year is upon us, I feel a moment of thanks is in place. I know I've kept my situation from you for a while, but now that it's out in the open, I honestly don't know why I didn't share it with you sooner. Pride, I suppose. But I feel so much better now. So thank you, my friends.
That's what we're here for.
Glad we could be there for you, Beth. And thank you for opening us to it. We'll always be there for you. But you have to let us in first. I hope you'll remember that when you're in Georgia.
Definitely. In fact, it's my new resolution for 1986. Along with letting go and seeing where life takes me.
Well, less work and more fun, I suppose. Now that this guy Matt is joining the motel, I am looking forward to a bit more quality time. What about you, hon? Oh, I love you too, Big Bear.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Well, whatever the future brings, this old acquaintance here will be hard-pressed to ever forget you two.
Same here, Beth.
Absolutely. We wouldn't be able to forget you if we tried. Not that we tried, of course. And like you said at Christmas dinner, even if the reasons for change are sometimes out of our hands, let's focus on the new beginnings that come along with them.
And what better time for new beginnings than New Year's Eve?
Attention, folks! It's showtime! If you want to see the biggest fireworks show west of the Rocky Mountains, you better be standing outside in about 10 minutes.
But I need to visit the ladies' room first, or I'll turn into a pumpkin. See you outside.
Isn't she marvelous? I'm so happy for her, but I am going to miss Bethany.
So will I. But she'll still be around for a while, so it won't be too abrupt.
It makes me feel a bit melancholic. Even more than I usually am on New Year's Eve. This odd feeling of looking back and forward at the same time, and now I'm doing that over...
I know what you mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's good to have something to look forward to.
And we sure have something to look forward to, don't we? I guess that's what's most important in life. Let's enjoy the here and now instead. Our wise and beautiful daughter just taught us not to demand that this should be the best evening of the year. But we're allowed to try it, right? So this is where my speech ends, my dear husband. And now I need a glass of champagne.
I'll drink to that. And to you. And all the good things the new year will bring us. Maureen, I need champagne. For me and my beautiful wife.
You got it, sir. Just grab your glasses and join me in the bottle outside. It's less than a minute now.
20 seconds on go, Mr. Price. Go.
And so, 1985 draws to a close. With mere seconds left in the year, I've been told this little lake town will strive to end 85 with a bang. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Holy Toledo! Ilsa, are we getting this?
Somebody check on Frank!
On n'a même pas vu les feux d'artifice, on les a juste entendus. C'est quoi cette arnaque?
and that sure sounds like a delicious eggnog recipe.
Hurry up, dear. It's coming up next.
Yes, don't get too excited now. It's just a preview, remember?
And now, a man with a very special New Year's resolution. And he's going to tell us all about it. Isn't that right, Sybil?
Absolutely, Bob. It's none other than our roving reporter, Connor Price. Connor, my dear, where in blazes are you?
Well, Sybil, I'm in beautiful Providence Oaks, wishing you and Bob and our viewers a joyful 1986. And as for my New Year's resolution, Bob, why, it's my very special price guarantee to all of you that I will be sharing gripping tales and intimate portraits from all over Oregon in an all-new series of special reports on small-town America. Part 1 will air tonight at 8, right here on KNW6. And it will be all about the gorgeous little lake town where I was fortunate enough to spend the waning days of 1985. Here, let's take a look at an exclusive sneak peek. Providence Oaks, an idyllic town by a lake just south of Melville. It's where this reporter counted down to 1986. And although, unfortunately, the fireworks started a little early, so we didn't quite manage to catch them on tape. Take it from me, it was quite the spectacle, courtesy of postal worker Frank Coleman.
Just not mine, anyway. No siree. But I'm all right, folks. Really, everyone can stop calling me at home. I'm A-OK.
And perhaps that encapsulates the true nature of Providence Oaks, or P.O., as it's called by those who know and love it. It's a town where, even when things don't go as planned, folks will be all right and A-OK.
It's just, we help each other out, and there's nothing we can't fix.
A town where first impressions can be deceiving.
This town may look sleepy from the outside, but trust me, there's always so much stuff to do and take care of. Ugh.
A town where generations have grown up.
It's a great place to raise kids, and also a great place to have been raised as a kid. Myself, I mean. Back when I was a kid, being raised here. Was that okay?
A town where patience is still a virtue.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if this is where I'll find what I'm looking for. But I do know I can keep looking here for as long as I want, and that feels great.
A town full of unique individuals that, deep down, have more in common than you'd think.
The average Providence Okian probably doesn't exist. We do tend to keep to ourselves until someone needs us. Then we show up. Always.
A town you can't help but love.
I just think it's the best place in the whole wide world. Sue me.
And where everyone has a story to tell.
To me, it's all about the people. Because...
Yes, well, leave it to the
Ah, comme il a été coupé du coup. Il lui en veut.
Here, a goodbye never has to be a farewell.
Indeed. Providence Oaks, like so many other places in our great state of Oregon, is a small town with a big heart. This is Connor Price, KNW6, P.O.
Eh ben de rien, c'était avec plaisir. Bien sympathique. Bon, par contre, je pensais qu'on verrait peut-être Meredith, mais pas du tout. C'est vraiment que quand on incarne dans le jeu de base qu'on la voit du coup. Là, même pas une petite apparition, non. Dommage, je pensais qu'elle serait peut-être venue faire une surprise à ses parents. Peut-être pour au moins Nouvel An, mais pas du tout. Après voilà, ça reste toujours un petit jeu mignon, tranquille, avec une petite histoire sympathique, des personnages plus ou moins attachants, Tout dépend lesquels. Mais en tout cas, oui, voilà, c'est un très bon jeu. En tout cas, moi, j'aime bien. Bon, bah, j'espère que vous aussi, vous avez apprécié. Et puis, bah, merci donc d'être passé. Et puis, on se retrouve sur de prochains jeux. Passez une bonne soirée. Ciao, ciao.